You booked a headshot, started browsing online for ideas, and realized the backgrounds are all over the place. What do? What's the right background for your headshot or professional image? Thanks for stopping by. For the best headshot tips and tricks, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified when new videos are available. I'm Scott Lawrence, a professional headshot photographer based here in Detroit, and I've worked with countless professionals just like you. So your session is booked. You've watched my last couple videos on what to wear and how to prepare, but you've started to realize that the backgrounds in headshots are all over the place. So what's best for you? This video will cover the basics around how to choose a background for your image. And I'll give you some of my professional tips and recommendations as well. Just because it looks good on Instagram doesn't mean it's the right image to get you that next gig. And now on to the good stuff. Your headshot is the gateway to someone wanting to interview you, pick up the phone and get to know you, or offer you a job. Anything that works against those objectives, got to go. But what does simple mean in practice? Busy backgrounds are just more opportunity to distract the viewer, taking the attention off you. If you've ever taken a photography class or maybe watched some design videos, you've probably heard the idea that our eyes are most attracted to the brightest part of an image. And that goes for whether you're looking at a portrait or landscape. And you guessed it, in a headshot, the subject is your face. So anything that takes the attention off your face isn't helping. Bright lights, signs, windows, those are all gonna fight for attention. So I always recommend starting with a simple, seamless studio background. Like this. The backgrounds that I use are actually on rolls of paper, and they come in just about any color you can imagine. If you have a specific color in mind, let me know before your session and I'll have one ordered and ready to go for you. Aside from eliminating distractions, the seamless paper is super flexible. If you've tried to use your headshot in multiple places, say maybe a Facebook banner, Instagram, maybe even an ad, you've realized that rarely will the same proportioned image work in multiple places. You've got squares, rectangles, really wide rectangles, circles, you name it, it's out there. A social media background, for example, is going to be very wide. And of course, the dimensions across social media banners are all different. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all different banner sizes. The great thing about the seamless background is it can be cropped or easily extended to fit your space. Your graphic designer will thank you. I also have a couple of painted backdrops, which you can see in the background here. These are a little fancier, give you kind of a fine art look, but they still keep the attention right on you. Another advantage of simple backgrounds like these is consistency. Say your business will be doing some hiring over the next couple of years and you want all the headshots to match. You don't want to have to worry about an office remodel or somebody moving the furniture from the last headshot set. But a plain background just doesn't fit my brand. Okay, you follow my logic, but you're still not happy with the idea of a seamless background. You want a particular background to show some context. Maybe kind of play off what you do, or maybe some of your work is done actually outside, which can make sense. Something like this. These are some of the reasons that I'll entertain going with an alternative background. But if it doesn't reflect your brand or your business, be prepared to defend yourself. Your headshot is part of your branding, just like your logo or any other graphics. Remember, picking an environmental background takes a little more time. So that's great if you've got a big budget, but if you're watching the numbers, then I would stick to a seamless background. It's going to be much simpler. 1 or 2 portraits with an environmental background may look really cool, but when you stack up 50 or so on a website, it's going to get redundant real fast. Trust me. Simple things you might not have even thought about, like the height of the subjects, are going to make a big difference in how we frame things up. So for example, maybe the background looks great with everybody over 6 feet, but you get to us shorter people and kind of the composition falls apart. You'd be surprised how much the field of view changes in a portrait lens with just a couple inches difference. So you'd love an environmental option, but you don't want to bet on the weather for your session outside? I'll let you in on a little secret. Sometimes we can actually swap out the backgrounds for an environmental background of your choice, as long as it's believable. This can actually be pretty handy if you've got employees around the country that are rarely in the same place together. Or maybe you need a classic headshot for LinkedIn, but your marketing department wants something a little different for your company's About page, maybe something with a little more personality. I don't care what's in the background, I just want it blurry. You've probably heard that the mark of a good professional portrait is a fuzzy background. Well, this is sort of true. The iPhone does this, and it works sometimes. The blurring, which is actually referred to as bokeh, is doing the same thing a simple studio background is doing. It's keeping everything simple. By fuzzing everything out, you're less likely to really even notice what's going on behind there. However, and this is huge, just because a portrait has a fuzzy background doesn't make it a good portrait. There are a few other things that are probably more important than the background. Things like lighting, posing, expression. I'll have more videos on that stuff. But just remember, a fuzzy background doesn't in and of itself make a great portrait. That's my take on portrait backgrounds. If you remember one thing, remember, keep it simple. What was going on behind you in your last headshot? Would you change anything if you were to come back in again? Let me know in the comments. Keep watching for more headshot tips and tricks. And don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with somebody that you know that might be in the market for a new headshot. Or maybe somebody that has a little bit of a background issue going on with their headshot. You know, the ones that are cropped out of a wedding with drink in one hand and wedding reception going on in the background. That's it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.